It is game two of a two-game set between Great Lakes West Division rivals as your Woodchucks are taking on the Lakeshore Chinooks once again here in Mequon, Wisconsin at Kapco Park. Welcome to Woodchucks Baseball on the Woodchucks Baseball Network. I'm Will Charlton, happy to be with you tonight on this Friday in East Southern Wisconsin as the Woodchucks coming off a second straight extra inning win a night ago, winning 9-5 after a 4-run 10th inning and after avoiding two different jams in the 9th and 10th to prevail to 10-15 on the season. Dalton Pearson playing hero again last night. He had the game-winning RBI single against Madison on Wednesday night, and then last night hits an RBI single which scores the first run of the 10th inning for Wausau. That 4-run frame which pushed them ahead of the Chinooks. And here we are, the 15-10 Woodchucks and the 8-16 Lakeshore Chinooks. And speaking of the Chinooks, let's take a look at their defense. In the outfield from left to right, it's Drew Townsend, Avery Owusu Asidu, Hunter Grimes in right. Then on the corners is Adam Kootway at third, Cody Kelly at first. At shortstop is Gabe Ressler, and at second base, Josh Overbeek. Behind the mound is Will Johannes, or behind the plate rather, and on the mound is pitcher Ryan Muller. And Dalton Pearson leads it off again tonight for the Woodchucks. 3 hits last night, including 2 doubles and that RBI single in the 10th inning. And he takes ball 1 outside. And Pearson fouls off the second pitch for strike number 1. And after Pearson, he's followed by Drew Berkland, Brent Witter, Jesse Donahoe, Colby Wallace, Mike McGinnis, Jake English, Jake Baker, and then Simon Sherry. 1-1 to Pearson. And he swings and misses. Pearson hit the first pitch of the game at the left field wall yesterday for his first double of the game. And here he is in a 1-2 count to Muller. And Pearson takes that one just inside and held off on a check swing, nearly coming around, but stayed home. And instead it's ball 2. 2-2 of the Georgia State Panther, Dalton Pearson. And Pearson takes a fastball just low, the count's full. Ryan Muller, the Loyola Marymount product and the native of Chino Hills, California, making his first start of the season for Lakeshore and overall his third appearance. Comes in with a 3.38 ERA and 2 2/3 innings pitched, allowing 2 hits, a run, it being earned, 3 strikeouts, 2 walks, and a 1.5 walks and hits per innings pitched rate. Payoff pitch to Pearson. And Pearson in the air, in the infield. Cody Kelly is looking at it and secures it for out number 1. So unlike last night, Dalton Pearson retired for the first time in his first at-bat. And now comes up a hitter who's arguably not as hot, but just about as hot as Pearson, Drew Berkland, the Minnesota Golden Gopher, who has been on a very nice streak of play lately with his bat as he takes a breaking ball for ball 1 low from Mullen. Drew Berkland, the Wayzata, Minnesota native, fouls off a fastball for 1-1. He's playing in his 17th game, making his 16th start for Wausau, batting .333, which only trails Dalton Pearson. But he has 17 hits, which are 2 doubles, 4 home runs, which is tied with Dalton Pearson. Him and Dalton Pearson atop the team in home runs, and also tied for 4th among the whole entire Northwoods League with 4 home runs each. 16 RBIs, 11 runs, 3 stolen bases. Berkland fouls that one off the right-handed hitter. 2-2. He also has the best slugging percentage on the team at .608. He has 9 hits in his last 5 games played and a 6-game on-base streak, and Berkland fouls that one off to stay alive at 2-2. Drew Berkland hit 2 home runs against Madison in both games of the doubleheader, and he takes a breaking ball in there for strike 3 for a strikeout from Mullen. Drew Berkman goes down looking 2 up, 2 down here for the Woodchucks. As with Berkland down, that'll bring up the Evansville ace, Brent Witter, who had himself a very nice night at the plate last night. 3 hits, including an RBI single in the 10th. After starting with 2 walks, he was retired for the first time in the 5th and then was not retired again. 3 straight singles and 3 straight at-bats. Singles in the 7th, 8th, and 10th for Brent Witter last night. 1-0. Make that 2-0. He also had a run and a couple stolen bases, did Brent Witter. 2-0. And Witter fouls that one off. He's looking to avoid a 1-2-3 inning here. Woodchucks, who are now 3-0 in extra inning games this season so far. Facing off against Lakeshore, is looking to avoid a 6th straight loss and win their first game against Wausau this season. 2-2 count after they swung through a fastball. And Witter over to third baseman Adam Kootway, and Kootway completes the 5-3 to Kelly. And that's how the first inning is going to end. Wausau goes 3 up, 3 down against the arm of Ryan Mullen. And they'll be back to play some defense for the first time when we come back on the Woodchucks Baseball Network.
I'm so glad you and Jack are home. His birthday was supposed to be today, right, Mom?
That's right.
He wanted to meet me 8 weeks early.
He sure gave us a scare, didn't he?
Yeah, but he's so perfect. It's just you and me, Jack. Can I take him to show and tell?
We'll see.
The savings are heating up this summer at Cellcom. Save up to $300 on the top phones from our most iconic brands. Plus, save $150 on all connected tablets, smartwatches, and cameras. Keep kids busy this summer with a tablet, track your steps with a smartwatch, or monitor your cabin with a camera. Now, unlimited data is more affordable than ever with our single unlimited plan, offering unlimited data for only $29.95 per month for just one line. Visit cellcom.com/save for details.
Miss out on any of the great food at Athletic Park. For tickets, call 715-845-5055.
1-2-3 inning for the Woodchucks on offense, and we're heading into the bottom of the first with pitcher Isaac Crabb out there, who will be making his fourth start of the season. But first, let's introduce the Woodchucks defense. In the outfield, it's Colby Wallace in left, Dalton Pearson in center, Drew Berkland in right. On the corners are Brent Witter and Jake Baker, Simon Sherry at shortstop, and Jesse Donahoe at second. Jake English behind the plate. And on the mound is the right-hander from Harrisburg, Illinois, Isaac Crabb. Crabb, the Louisiana Tech Bulldog, will face off against the leadoff man for the Chinooks in Drew Townsend. Drew Townsend, the Missouri State University product, and the Kansas City native. 1-1 from Crabb. And that just misses the low inside corner. Low, 4-1. Crabb making his fourth appearance and fourth start, a 3.81 ERA, or 3.18 ERA, 1.5 whip. Has pitched 11 1/3 innings as he delivers strike 2 to Drew Townsend, who was batting in the 9 hole yesterday. And Townsend goes down looking, an off speed by Isaac Crabb, and he picks up his 12th strikeout of the season and the first batter faced tonight here at Kapco Park. Like I was saying, he had 11 strikeouts coming into tonight, make that 12 now. Has given up 6 runs, 4 of those being earned, 5 walks, and has an opposing batting average of .279. Didn't was not a starter for Louisiana Tech this past season. First pitch well inside to Gabe Ressler, the shortstop, again tonight. Ressler had a fantastic night at the plate for Lakeshore. Big reason why they were able to force extras, as he was 2 for 3 with a double, 2 walks, 2 stolen bases, and 2 runs. Ressler had a double in the first inning, right in this 2-hole, the Madison College product. And a fastball misses just outside from Isaac Crabb. Ressler on the season, playing in his 13th game, batting .298. And he hits a ground ball down the third base line. Pulled it foul for strike 2. Ressler's got 14 hits, 3 doubles, 5 RBIs, 2 walks. And 6 runs. 2-2. Crabb misses way inside again on a fastball. Crabb transferred over to Louisiana Tech from Wabash Valley Junior College in Illinois, which is one of the top JUCOs in that area. He went to the JUCO World Series in 2022 before transferring to Louisiana Tech, as Ressler fouls off a breaking ball, keeps himself alive at 3-2. And Isaac Crabb once again gets a batter looking, back-to-back backwards Ks, and he has fanned both Drew Townsend and Gabe Ressler. A fastball on the inside edge gets Gabe Ressler looking. So now if Hunter Grimes, the Arkansas Razorback, does not get on base here, we'll only see 6 total batters in the first inning combined between these two teams. First pitch to Grimes, inside fastball, ball 1. Grimes, the right fielder tonight, he was playing center in last night's game 1 of this 2-game set, where he had a RBI triple in the 7th for his only hit, as he fouls off a fastball. That one actually hit the press box up here. 1-1. Grimes, chopper in the infield. Simon Sherry plays it and throws it to Jake Baker, who came off the bag. Baker came off the bag trying to grab that. He thought he was on there, but to his own confusion, he came off the bag. So that will keep the inning alive, as that is an error. That puts Hunter Grimes on first base. So now comes Avery Owusu-Asidu, who hits one in the air into foul territory toward the Woodchucks bullpen. Quite literally right into where all the pitchers are sitting over there. Avery Owusu, the Southern Illinois Edwardsville product. Native of Waukesha, Wisconsin. Playing center field tonight for the Chinooks. Did not play last night, as a breaking ball hit into center field. Dalton Pearson is looking at it and grabs it. Out number 3. So after the reach on air for Hunter Grimes, Avery Owusu-Asidu flies out. And only 7 batters are seen between both these teams combined, as it's still zip through 1 here at Kapco Park. We'll be back with the second inning here on the Woodchucks Baseball Network.
Ooh, that's gotta hurt.
Oh, good to have you back on your game.
Yeah, well, I only got cancer so that you can tell people that, you shaved your head for solidarity and not because you're going bald.
Right. And I got a minivan to make your little moped look cool.
Okay. Well, couldn't have gotten through without you.
Love you, bro. I'm glad you're sticking around.
Oh, that means so much coming from Mom and Dad's second favorite.
Whatever.
Over 600,000 Americans are projected to die of cancer this year. 250,000 will likely battle muscular dystrophy. 5,000 may be diagnosed with ALS. But one person can become the difference. All it takes is you to help researchers improve the health of Wisconsinites by participating in the All of Us research program. Join today to feel the power of one.
To buy your own Woodchucks merchandise, visit the Woodshed at Athletic Park, or you can visit our website, www.woodchucks.com. Top of the second inning here at Kapco Park between the Woodchucks and the Chinooks. After a 1-2-3 inning in the first off the right-handed arm of Ryan Mullen, the Woodchucks sending Jesse Donahoe, the cleanup hitter, up there. And Donahoe into right center. That's going to drop under the glove of Owusu Asidu. And Donahoe's got a chance for a triple. Woodchucks haven't had one of these yet this season. And he will be in there. First triple of the season for Wausau. Only took 25 games. Jesse Donahoe gets to third base on the first hit of the game for the Chucks. And after he's found some rhythm again lately, after a long slump, he earns the first Woodchucks triple of the season. That brings up Colby Wallace, the left fielder tonight from Cal State Fullerton. Jesse Donahoe over at third base, looking to be scored off the left-handed hitting. Colby Wallace. And Wallace fouls off that pitch for strike two. Jesse Donahoe just picked up his 22nd hit of the season and overall 8th extra base hit as his 6-game on base streak now 7, and he has 6 hits in the last 4 games. Colby Wallace swings through that one for strike 3 on a 3-pitch strikeout. And Jesse Donahoe still waiting over there at third base to be scored. And now with Colby Wallace down, that brings up the third Georgia State Panther, Mike McGinnis, who's looking to score his Georgia State teammate Jesse Donahoe way ahead of a breaking ball for strike 1. Mike McGinnis from Noonan, Georgia, transfer over by way of Samford to Georgia State. And that one taken low and nearly getting away from Johannes behind the plate. But he's able to stop it to make sure Donahoe can't come home. So it'll be a 1-1 count to McGinnis, who had a single, an RBI single in the first of yesterday's game of that 2-run first inning for Wausau. And he takes a breaking ball low and outside for ball 2. Mike McGinnis overall in yesterday's game was batting in the 6th hole. And that RBI single was his only hit of the game. He did reach later on fielder's choice and on drop third strike. And he takes that one to low outside corner for strike 2. 2-2 count, 1 out. McGinnis, if he can just put one in the outfield, the deep enough outfield that is, Jesse Donahoe will make this a 1-0 game by coming home. 2-2 to McGinnis. And that one is a breaking ball on the outer edge for strike 3. Mike McGinnis watches that one go by him for a third strikeout of the game off the arm of Ryan Mullen. And now after the leadoff triple, Jesse Donahoe still at third base with 2 outs, and Jake English, the Kansas Jayhawk, coming to the plate. First pitch from Mullen is a breaking ball outside to English, the right-handed hitting catcher from Olathe, Kansas. Playing in his 8th game, making his 8th start for the Woodchucks, batting .261 with 6 hits, a double and a home run, and he swings at a breaking ball ahead of it for strike 1. 4 RBIs, 7 walks, 7 runs, .433 slugging percentage, and .435 on base percentage. He had a very nice game against Madison in the doubleheader on Wednesday, the second of 2 games, where he nearly won the game with the first hit in the bottom of the 10th, but a robbery in center field by Isaiah Jackson stopped that from happening there. And a low fastball makes it a 3-1 count. Jake English, couple singles and 3 flyouts, as well as a run scored on Wednesday against Madison in game 2 of the doubleheader. 3-1. 2 outs. English takes breaking ball on the low inside corner, and the count is full. This would certainly be a tough break for Wausau after a leadoff triple and then not scoring a run. Payoff pitch, 2 outs. And English takes that one just outside. English doesn't swing once after the first pitch of the at-bat, and watches all of the next 7 pitches. And he is off to first base. Next 5 pitches, I should say. First walk of the game for the Woodchucks. Runners on the corners for the other Kansas Jayhawk and the other Jake Baker, the first baseman from Lawrence, Kansas. Oh, 1 from Mullen. And Baker takes that one just outside. Lefty-righty matchup as Baker, a left-handed hitting first baseman, facing off against the right-handed pitching Ryan Mullen. Wausau looking to avoid leaving runners on the corners. Baker off the glove of Ryan Mullen. He can't find it, and that'll be an infield single for Jake Baker, 1-0 Woodchucks. Ryan Mullen tried to make a great play on it, got his glove on it, but could not find it after hitting it into the air as it went right behind him, and Jake Baker was able to get to first base. So Jake Baker drives on home Jesse Donahoe, and he does not get stranded. 1-0 Woodchucks here at the top of the second. Simon Sherry to the plate. And Simon Sherry takes a low fastball for ball 1, the Santa Claus, Indiana native, and the Evansville ace. Coming up for the 13th time, starting for the 13th time this season, batting .267 with 12 hits, 4 RBIs, 5 walks, 7 runs. He's currently on a 10-game on-base streak and has hits in the last 2 games he's played in as well. 2-0. And of Hunter Grimes for out number 3. Well hit ball by Simon Sherry. Had a great idea to try and push it into right field, see if it could drop. But instead it's caught. And Grimes ends the inning. But Jake Baker hits an RBI single after the leadoff.
Over 600,000 Americans are projected to die of cancer this year. 250,000 will likely battle muscular dystrophy. 5,000 may be diagnosed with ALS. But one person can become the difference. All it takes is you to help researchers improve the health of Wisconsinites by participating in the All of Us research program. Join today to feel the power of one.
To buy your own Woodchucks merchandise, visit the Woodshed at Athletic Park, or you can visit our website, www.woodchucks.com.
I'm so glad you and Jack Jack are home. His birthday was supposed to be today, right, Mom?
That's right.
He wanted to meet me 8 weeks early.
He sure gave us a scare, didn't he?
Yeah, but he's so perfect. It's just you and me, Jack Jack. Can I take him to show and tell?
We'll see.
Into the bottom of the second inning we go as the Woodchucks add a run in the top half and lead it 1-0 here at Kapco Park, looking to sweep this two-game set and win their fourth straight game as Isaac Crabb, the right-hander, up facing off against Cody Kelly, the Missouri State man. And the first baseman, Kelly, fouls that one off, already down 0-2 after the first pitch fastball strike one from Crabb. Crabb making his fourth start of the season, was the starter in the 11-2 win against Fond du Lac a Saturday ago at Athletic Park. And the elevated fastball misses high. Crabb went 3 innings in that game against Fond du Lac. Was a no decision at that time as Woodchucks were able to pile it on. Late into the game, popped up into shallow center field. Simon Sherry goes pretty far out there into center field, actually, from a shortstop position to make the grab off the pop out by Cody Kelly. And even though they've had a base runner, Isaac Crabb has yet to allow one as Hunter Grimes reached on error, which should have been thrown out to end the first inning. And with one out here in the second comes Josh Overby to the plate. And Isaac Crabb's fastball in there for strike one. But like I was talking about in those 3 innings pitched against Fond du Lac, gave up 2 hits, 1 run. It was earned. 3 walks and a couple strikeouts. His other 2 starts came against Wisconsin Rapids and Green Bay. And he's making his 3rd start on the road. 2-1. And that is hit over the head of Simon Sherry. Hit number 1 of the day for the Chinooks. As making a turn around first base is Overbeek. And they are on the board here in the second. So base runner with 1 out. Isaac Crabb's 13th hit he's allowed this season so far. And that brings up the catcher, Will Johannes of Madison College. And Johannes thought about taking a swing at an inside fastball, but takes it for ball 1. Isaac Crabb played last summer in the Northwoods League with the Rockford Rivets. Was pretty much a reliever for them. His breaking ball gets way away from Isaac Crabb. Went around the body of Johannes. Played in 7 games for Rockford a season ago. Had an ERA of 11.88. And that is a swing and a miss on a high inside fastball for strike 1 to Johannes. Johannes, who didn't play in last night's game 1, playing in his 10th game for Lakeshore. Batting .143 with 5 hits, 1 RBI, 3 walks, and 2 runs. And Johannes fouls that one off for strike 2. Two to Johannes with Overbeek at first. And he's caught in a pickle. Great check over by Isaac Crabb. And Overbeek's going to be tagged on the base path on a 1-3-6. And that is how out number 2 is recorded here in the second. Great check over as Overbeek got a little too far ahead of first base. Isaac Crabb picking him off. 2 outs now to Johannes. And he hits this one up the middle. Simon Sherry's got to make a quick trigger on it. He won't be able to do it. Isaac Crabb, if anyone, probably had to be the person to make that play. But he just wasn't ready for it. They're going to call it an error on Simon Sherry. So it'll be an E6, which puts Will Johannes at first base. So it's almost like instead of Overbeek being out, Johannes got out as Jared Everson hits one to Jesse Donahoe. And Donahoe able to get it over to Simon Sherry for the force out at second base. A fielder's choice for Everson. And that ends the inning. It's still 1-0 Woodchucks after 2 here at Kapco Park. This is the Woodchucks Baseball Network.
Don't miss out on any of the great food at Athletic Park. For tickets, call 715-845-5055.
The savings are heating up this summer at Cellcom. Save up to $300 on the top phones from our most iconic brands. Plus, save $150 on all connected tablets, smartwatches, and cameras. Keep kids busy this summer with a tablet, track your steps with a smartwatch, or monitor your cabin with a camera. Now, unlimited data is more affordable than ever with our single unlimited plan. Offering unlimited data for only $29.95 per month for just one line. Visit cellcom.com/save for details.
Ooh, that's gotta hurt.
Oh, good to have you back on your game.
Yeah, well, I only got cancer so that you could tell people that, you shaved your head for solidarity and not because you're going bald.
Right. And I got a minivan to make your little moped look cool.
Okay. Well, couldn't have gotten through without you.
Love you, bro. I'm glad you're sticking around.
Oh, that means so much coming from Mom and Dad's second favorite.
Whatever.
One zero Woodchucks. After 2 full here at Kapco Park, we're into the third inning of baseball between the Woodchucks and the Chinooks. Here on the campus of Concordia University, Wisconsin. In Mequon, Wisconsin, right on Lake Michigan. Lake Michigan right in the background over right field here at Kapco Park. Beautiful scenery. As stepping up to the plate is the leadoff man, Dalton Pearson, here in the third. Pearson had a pop-out in his first at-bat, and he's looking to extend a now 9-game hit streak and a 12-game on-base streak as he takes that one for strike one from Mullen. And a breaking ball clips the outer edge for strike two. Pearson's down 1-2. Pearson, who has 26 hits, which leads the team and ranks among the best in the Northwoods League. But he does have 22 RBIs, which is third in the Northwoods League as of today. 2-2. And Pearson takes a breaking ball low. And that'll make the count full between Pearson and Mullen. The Georgia State Panther from Johns Creek, Georgia. 3-2. Pearson in the air, and it will go foul down the right field line. So he'll stay alive at 3-2. So far tonight, it's the Georgia State Panther Jesse Donahoe winning the battle amongst the three as Dalton Pearson on base for a 13th game in a row. He takes a walk, and the leadoff man aboard for the Woodchucks here in the third, looking to add on to this 1-0 lead as Drew Birkland steps back in, struck out looking in his first at-bat. 2 home runs on the day against Madison. First pitch from Mullen, taking on a low fastball. The really noteworthy game was Game 1, the 14-8 win for the Woodchucks over the Mallards, where Drew Berkland was outstanding. 3 hits, 3 for 4 altogether, with a home run, 5 RBIs, 2 runs, and a walk, as well as a stolen base. And then he would put the Woodchucks on the board in Game 2 with a solo shot. Mullen checks back over to Kelly, who was holding on Pearson, but nothing doing. That solo shot for Drew Berkland came in the 4th inning and was the first run for the Woodchucks in that 8-7 win. 1-1 to Berkland. And Berkland into right center, but making the grab is Avery Owusu-Asidu for out number 1. Well hit ball by Berkland, just couldn't find the gap there in right center. And now with 1 out comes Brent Witter to the plate. Witter grounded out in his first at-bat. And he's looking to continue success at the plate against these Chinooks, like he did last night. Witter takes first pitch fastball in there for strike 1. Pearson still at first. And Witter swings at an elevated fastball, and he's down 0-2. Brent Witter, the Sheboygan, Wisconsin native. Mullen's 0-2. Way inside. And Pearson was off the second base, and he was thrown out. I really thought that hit Brent Witter in the inside shoulder, but he must have just missed it. Dalton Pearson on a delayed steal attempt, thrown out at second base. And now 2 outs on the board here in the 3rd. Brent Witter with no one on. And he takes a low outside breaking ball on a curve by Ryan Mullen. 2-2 counts. Woodchucks already with 2 errors in this game. But 1-0 lead. And Witter grounds it right to first baseman Cody Kelly, and that is how the inning will end. So technically 1-2-3, even though it's not. But only 3 batters faced here in the 3rd for Ryan Mullen, and the Woodchucks still lead it 1-0 through 2.5 here at Kapco Park. We'll be back with the bottom of the 2nd on the Woodchucks Baseball Network.
I'm so glad you and Jack Jack are home. His birthday was supposed to be today, right, Mom?
That's right.
He wanted to meet me 8 weeks early.
He sure gave us a scare, didn't he?
Yeah, but he's so perfect. It's just you and me, Jack Jack. Can I take him to show and tell?
We'll see.
The savings are heating up this summer at Cellcom. Save up to $300 on the top phones from our most iconic brands. Plus, save $150 on all connected tablets, smartwatches, and cameras. Keep kids busy this summer with a tablet, track your steps with a smartwatch, or monitor your cabin with a camera. Now, unlimited data is more affordable than ever with our single unlimited plan. Offering unlimited data for only $29.95 per month for just 1 line. Visit cellcom.com/save for details.
Don't miss out on any of the great food at Athletic Park. For tickets, call 715-845-5055.
Isaac Crabb and the Woodchucks defense back out there, spotting a 1-run lead. Into the bottom of the 3rd inning we go. Will Charlton with you here on the Woodchucks Baseball Network on this Friday night in Mequon. Between the Chinooks and the Woodchucks, the fourth of 12 these two will play against each other this season. As Isaac Crab facing off against the 9-hitter Adam Kootway, who was 1 for 5 last night. Hitless until his fourth at-bat in the 8th. And he fouls off the first pitch from Crab on a fastball, and then Crab goes breaking ball just outside. Jake English not able to reframe it back into the strike zone, and it's a 1-1 count. Crab, and that one's pulled down the first base line, or third base line by Kootway. He's down 1-2. Adam Kootway, the UW-Wisconsin Whitewater product, playing in his 14th game, batting 191 coming in. And a breaking ball from Crab gets lost off his hand, and it'll hit the back of Kootway for the leadoff man allowed here in the third. And now with Adam Kootway at first, Drew Townsend, the leadoff man, is up to bat. He hits this one deep into foul territory along right field. As he pulled that one heavily in the air and could not keep it fair. And he's down 0-1 to Isaac Crab, who's facing off against the Chinooks for the first time this season. 0-1. And a breaking ball is swung through. Nice curveball by Isaac Crab, and the count's 0-2 to Townsend. He struck out looking in his first at-bat against Crab. Righty-lefty matchup. The left-handed hitting Drew Townsend of Missouri State came into this one today with 9 hits as a Chinook. And a fastball clips the outer edge. Back-to-back looking Ks for Drew Townsend. Isaac Crab picks up strikeout number 3. And it comes due to Drew Townsend. Gabe Wrestler will step back in. He was also one of 3 strikeouts so far for Isaac Crab, and he went down looking as well. So 3 looking strikeouts as that one gets away from Crab on a fastball, and he now has hit the second batter in this inning. 2 base runners given up by a hit by pitch as Isaac Crab not able to have too much control in these past few pitches, besides the strikeout given to Townsend, of course. And now with 1 out and runners on first and second comes Hunter Grimes, the right fielder tonight from the University of Arkansas. Hunter Grimes playing in his 6th game, batting 158 coming in. First pitch from Crab, that one well inside again. As calling time are the Woodchucks, and Ross Davis will head out there to talk to Isaac Crab, the pitching coach for the Woodchucks. And after that little discussion on the mound, Ross Davis will head back to the bullpen, or the dugout rather. And Isaac Crabb will resume a 1-0 count to Hunter Grimes. 3 hits in 19 at-bats. 2 of those being extra bases, double and a triple, including the RBI triple he had in last night's game here at Kapco Park. 2-0 now between Crabb and Grimes. And the 2-0 taken low for ball 3. Isaac Crabb risking loading these bases up. Both teams have already left 2 base runners stranded. In fact, the Woodchucks were leaving 3, but Dalton Pearson was caught stealing back in the 3rd. And there's a fastball in there for strike 1. 3-1 count to Grimes from Isaac Crabb. And the 3-1 with an out on the board. Inside fastball for ball 4. And all 3 base runners have been allowed off non-hits, 2 hit by pitches, and now a walk. Hunter Grimes will put Chinooks on the pond. As Kootway now a third, Wrestler at second, and Grimes at first. Only 1 out, and Avery Owusu-Asidu right into the glove of Isaac Crabb, and they turn the double play. A line out off the bat of Owusu-Asidu. Isaac Crabb ready for it, and then fires it right back to Jake Baker at first for the force. A 1-3 double play off a line out by Owusu-Asidu is how the 3rd inning will end after having bases loaded for the Chinooks. Still 1-0 Wausau after 3 full here at Kapco Park. We'll be back with the 4th on the Woodchucks Baseball Network.
Over 600,000 Americans are projected to die of cancer this year. 250,000 will likely battle muscular dystrophy. 5,000 may be diagnosed with ALS. But one person can become the difference. All it takes is you to help researchers improve the health of Wisconsinites by participating in the All of Us research program. Join today to feel the power of one.
To buy your own Woodchucks merchandise, visit the Woodshed at Athletic Park, or you can visit our website, www.woodchucks.com.
I'm so glad you and Jack are home. His birthday was supposed to be today, right, Mom?
That's right.
He wanted to meet me 8 weeks early.
He sure gave us a scare, didn't he?
Yeah, but he's so perfect. It's just you and me, Jack. Can I take him to show and tell?
We'll see.
Jesse Donahoe starts things off for the Woodchucks here. In the top of the 4th, he had the first triple of the season for Wausau in his first at-bat in the 2nd. And he's looking to put the 2nd hit of the board, or the 3rd hit for the Woodchucks on the board. And is ready up 2-0 over Ryan Mullen. Make that 3-0. Jesse Donahoe, the Columbus, Georgia native and the product of Georgia State. Looking to reach base for the 2nd time, and he'll do so. 4-pitch walk. So Donahoe on for the second time. And with the leadoff walk to Donahoe, that'll bring up Colby Wallace once again. Donahoe walked for the 13th time this season now. And like I mentioned, that 6-game on-base streak, now at 7, as Colby Wallace, the Cal State Fullerton man from Rancho Santa Margarita, California, comes to the plate for the second time. And that one gets away from Johannes behind the plate. Donahoe easily making the trek to second base with the double play ball now out of effect. And Donahoe over to second. Colby Wallace, the left fielder tonight, who is played only in the outfield for the Woodchucks, a strictly outfielder, as we've seen him in center for one game, mostly in right, but tonight in left. There's Drew Berkla manning right field and Dalton Pearson in center. 1-0 taken inside on a breaking ball. Counts 2-0. 6 straight balls thrown by Ryan Mullen. There is action working into Lakeshore bullpen. And Wallace into right field. Brock Moss is going to send Donahoe home. And the throw's a good one from right fielder Hunter Grimes, and it's in time. As Donahoe thrown out at the plate. That's a tough break for the Woodchucks. What could have been an RBI single for Colby Wallace turns into a great throw by Hunter Grimes for out number 1. But it is a single for Colby Wallace, who's at first now. And with 1 out comes Mike McGinnis. 3rd hit on the board for the Woodchucks. McGinnis struck out looking in his first at-bat. And he fouls off the first pitch fastball for strike 1. Mike McGinnis, who leads the team in walks, playing in his 21st game, playing in his 22nd game, starting his 21st, was batting 176 coming in. 0-1 to the designated hitter for the Woodchucks. Comes through on a breaking ball for strike 2 off a ball that was in the turf. And I say in the turf because it is a turf field here at Kapco Park. He has 13 hits along with a home run being a part of that, the 3-run home run. Came against Wisconsin Rapids on Monday night this past week. His first extra base hit of the season. Like mentioned, his 13 walks leads this Chucks team. As he fouls off a breaking ball, stays alive at 0-2. In the 0-2. Once again. And McGinnis over to third baseman Kootway, who is able to make the play in time to Colby Wallace at second base. But it'll be runner's interference off what could have been a turn 2 attempt. As runner's interference will be what ends the inning. Colby Wallace was sliding into second base, and it was called runner's interference. So that'll be a double play, which ends the inning here in the top of the 3rd. McGinnis out on runner's interference. And it's still 1-0 Wausau. We'll be back with the bottom of the 4th here on the Woodchucks Baseball Network.
Don't miss out on any of the great food at Athletic Park. For tickets, call 715-845-5055.
The savings are heating up this summer at Cellcom. Save up to $300 on the top phones from our most iconic brands. Plus, save $150 on all connected tablets, smartwatches, and cameras. Keep kids busy this summer with a tablet, track your steps with a smartwatch, or monitor your cabin with a camera. Now, unlimited data is more affordable than ever with our single unlimited plan, offering unlimited data for only $29.95 per month for just one line. Visit cellcom.com/save for details.
Ooh, that's gotta hurt.
Oh, good to have you back on your game.
Yeah, well, I only got cancer so that you could tell people that, you shaved your head for solidarity and not because you're going bald.
Right. And I got a minivan to make your little moped look cool.
Okay. Well, couldn't have gotten through without you.
Love you, bro. I'm glad you're sticking around.
Oh, that means so much coming from Mom and Dad's second favorite.
After the double play ends the fourth inning for the Woodchucks on offense, they're back out there on defense. Still a 1-0 lead as Cody Kelly up to bat. And he rips it over to Jake Baker at first base on a 3-1 ground out. Cody Kelly one up, one down here in the fourth. And he's retired for the second time tonight. And now up to the plate comes the man who has the lone hit for the Chinooks so far, and Josh Overbeek, the second baseman from Cisco College, the Cincinnati, Ohio native. One-0 from Crab. And it's a fastball just outside, counts 2-0. Overbeek's single in the second would result in him getting thrown out on the base path. And it was a 1-3-6 throw out and put out by the Woodchucks. 3-0. And that is a 4-pitch walk to Overbeek. He's on for the second time, both with one out. Another 4-pitch walk thrown by Crab tonight. Still nothing going on in the Woodchucks bullpen, so Brock Moss is going to ride with Crab for at least a bit longer. And that'll bring up Will Johannes, the Madison College man. Johannes comes through on a low fastball on a half swing for strike one. Will Johannes from Maquanago, Wisconsin. And a breaking ball. Fouled off. For strike two. Johannes down 0-2 with Jared Everson on deck, the Minnesota Golden Gopher. Crabs 0-2. And that's a third hit by pitch. This time it's his breaking ball once again, getting away from Crab. And he's now hit a third batter tonight. So now Jared Everson comes to the plate with one out and runners on first and second. And he takes low fastball, 4-1. One-0 count to Everson. Crab throws outside again. He has missed his spot these past few pitches again. I have to wonder if he keeps missing a spot, how much longer he'll be able to go for. Lakeshore's got a right-hander in the bullpen right now. And it's now a 3-0 count to Everson. 3-0, one out. Chance to load the bases up again for the Chinooks. Crabs 3-0. And it misses low. 4-pitch walk. Bases loaded once again for Lakeshore in back-to-back innings. And Jake English and Simon Scher are going to come to the mound and talk to Isaac Crab. Tomorrow, the Chucks continue their 6-game road trip, and they're heading into the Eastern Time Zone to face off against the Kokomo Jackrabbits. First pitch from Kokomo Municipal Ballpark will be at 6:35 or 6:05 Eastern Time. So if you will be in the Central Time Zone, that'll be a 7:05 first pitch tomorrow night in the Central Time Zone for the Chucks, who will be in Kokomo, Indiana. Adam Kootway into center field, and this will more than likely tie the game up as runners at first and second are going to tag up, and they'll both be in there safely. So an RBI sac fly for Adam Kootway makes this a 1-1 ball game. And now with runners on the corners and 2 outs, Drew Townsend up for the third time. Crab, this is the guy who's gotten better. He hits one into right field. RBI single, 2-1 Lakeshore. Lakeshore takes their first lead of the series. Back-to-back RBIs for Lakeshore. This one being a single, and it keeps the inning alive. Drew Townsend scoring Will Johannes. Isaac Crab facing off against Wrestler for the third time. Wrestler was hit by pitch back in the third. One of already 3 batters who have been hit by pitch. 1-0 to Wrestler, the Madison College man. And there's strike 1 from Crab. Runner still on first and second, 1-1, 2 outs. Ripped over to Brent Witter, who will just tag out Jared Everson on the base path. As there was a waiting time between Witter and Everson over there. That was pretty funny to watch. But Lakeshore adds 2 here in the fourth. RBIs by Adam Kootway and Drew Townsend gives the Chinooks their first lead of the series. It's 2-1 Lakeshore after 4 here on the Woodchucks Baseball Network.
Ooh, that's gotta hurt.
Oh, good to have you back on your game.
Yeah, well, I only got cancer so that you could tell people that, you shaved your head for solidarity and not because you're going bald.
Right. And I got a minivan to make your little moped look cool.
Okay. Well, couldn't have gotten through without you.
Love you, bro. I'm glad you're sticking around.
Oh, that means so much coming from Mom and Dad's second favorite.
Whatever.
Over 600,000 Americans are projected to die of cancer this year. 250,000 will likely battle muscular dystrophy. 5,000 may be diagnosed with ALS. But one person can become the difference. All it takes is you to help researchers improve the health of Wisconsinites by participating in the All of Us research program. Join today to feel the power of one.
To buy your own Woodchucks merchandise, visit the Woodshed at Athletic Park, or you can visit our website, www.woodchucks.com. Through 4, it's 2-1 Lakeshore over the Chucks, as Jake English steps in to start off the 5th inning. Jake English reached on walk in his first at bat against Muller, who's out there for his 5th inning of work. There was a right-hander warming up for Lakeshore, but it's still Mullen who's out there, and it's an 0-2 count to Jake English. And the pitch is well in the turf on a fastball, not even reaching home plate. So 1-2 count now coming to the Kansas Jayhawk, Jake English, the catcher tonight for Wausau. 0-2, and English takes a high breaking ball for ball 2. Batting .261 coming into this game was English, and he fouls off a fastball. He'll stay alive at 2-2. His walk in the second was his 8th walk this season for Wausau. He just finished up his redshirt sophomore year with the Kansas Jayhawks of the Big 12 Conference. Mullins 2-2, and Jake English into right field. It'll drop. And English picks up a leadoff single here in the 5th inning, and the 4th hit of the night on the board for the Chucks. And now with his Kansas teammate at first base, Jake Baker steps in for the second time. And he hit an RBI infield single in the second. First pitch from Mullen to Baker, outside fastball. Jake Baker came into this one batting .240 with 6 hits, now 7 of course. A double and a home run being a part of those 7 now, as Baker takes outside fastball low this time for ball 2. He has 4 RBIs in the season, 7 runs, 11 walks, which is second on the Woodchucks. In fact, Jake Baker has reached base in all 9 games he's played, and make that 10 after his single today. Jake Baker has reached base in every game he's played in for the Woodchucks. And a breaking ball misses high. The count's 3-0. There is some stretching and warming up going on in the Woodchucks bullpen. Have to wonder if that might be of significance for Crabb. And a fastball clips the outer edge for strike 1, so Baker will have to see another pitch at least. His Kansas teammate Jake English still at first base. 3-1 to Baker. And Baker fouls off what would have probably been ball 4 inside. So instead, it's strike 2, and it's a full count between Baker and Mullen. Mullen 4 full, giving up 1 run on 4 hits so far. And he'll step off the bag, or the mound. The 3-2. And Baker takes it just outside and high. And he'll be heading over to first base. Chucks with 2 on here in the top of the 5th, looking to retake the lead against the Chinooks. And now Jake Carlson, the pitching coach for Lakeshore, going to go out there and talk to Ryan Mullen, which gives us a chance to discuss how these teams have fared so far against each other this season. In game 1 between these two, it was Wausau kind of in the driver's seat the whole way, winning 15-11 or 11-5, which takes me into game 4 where the Woodchucks won 15-11. They're up 15-7 going into the 9th, where Lakeshore added 4 and started to threaten a little bit, but still end up losing by 4 runs. So the Chinooks went down 0-2 to the Chucks at that point. And then last night, it was a 9-5 win for Wausau, as it was back and forth the whole time. Woodchucks started up 2-0, and then would go up 3-1. Lakeshore would tie it 3-3. Wausau went up 5-3, and Lakeshore would tie it 5-5. And Wausau would force a 9th inning with stranding runners at 2nd and 3rd in the 9th, as Cole Henschel came in and picked up a win last night off some very nice pitching. Simon Sherry infielded and only will be put out at 2nd is Jake Baker after Simon Sherry beat out a throw after a 6-4 turn at second base to get out Jake Baker. But runners now on the corners is English at third base, and Simon Sherry has reached on fielder's choice. So his on-base streak does continue. It's now 11 games in a row on base for Simon Sherry. As he is on first on fielder's choice. Runners on the corners for Dalton Pearson. And Pearson fouls off the first pitch he sees from Mullen here. Pearson's 12-game on-base streak now at 13 after the 3rd inning walk. But he's looking to extend his 9-game hit streak to 10 games. 0-1. High breaking ball from the arm of Ryan Mullen. In fact, Dalton Pearson in the last 2 games has 6 hits. 3 last night. And 3 against Madison on Wednesday night. Two-one. Mullen to Pearson. Runners on the corners. Pearson in the air into center field. Jake English will head home. It was caught by Hunter Grimes, and the throw will not be in time. Hunter Grimes nearly making another incredible throw from right field, but Jake English able to come home, and that ties the ball game up 2-2. RBI sac fly for Dalton Pearson. It was Hunter Grimes in right field coming to grab it, as it was hit into right center. So 2-2 here in the top of the 5th, as Jake English comes on home. Simon Sherry still at first base with Drew Birkland up for the 3rd time. 1-0. Birkland, who is 0 for 2, looking to keep up his hot hitting as of late. And he swings through a breaking ball. He's down 0-2. Drew Birkland, who has 9 hits in his last 5 games he's played in, and a 6-game on-base streak, as Mullen checks over to Cody Kelly to make sure Simon Sherry wasn't going anywhere. And the count will stay 1-1 for the meantime, as Berkland awaits the 1-1 with 2 outs. And Kelly checks back over to first again. Simon Sherry back way in time. 1-1 to Berkland. And it's a low outside slider. 2-1 count. Berkland looking for his first hit of the night. Simon Sherry's off to second as Berkland fouls that one off for strike 2. So 2-2 once again to Drew Berkland. And Simon Sherry does not go this time, but Berkland swings and misses. And he strikes out for the second time, which ends the 5th inning. Wausau ties it up, though, off a Dalton Pearson RBI sac fly. And it's 2-2. Into the bottom of the 5th we go, where the Woodchucks will be back out on defense. You're listening to Woodchucks Baseball on the Woodchucks Baseball Network.
Don't miss out on any of the great food at Athletic Park. For tickets, call 715-845-5055.
The savings are heating up this summer at Cellcom. Save up to $300 on the top phones from our most iconic brands. Plus, save $150 on all connected tablets, smartwatches, and cameras. Keep kids busy this summer with a tablet. Track your steps with a smartwatch or monitor your cabin with a camera. Now, unlimited data is more affordable than ever with our single unlimited plan. Offering unlimited data for only $29.95 per month for just one line. Visit cellcom.com/save for details.
Ooh, that's gotta hurt.
Oh, good to have you back on your game.
Yeah, well, you know, I only got cancer so that you can tell people that, you shaved your head for solidarity and not because you're going bald.
Right. And I got a minivan to make your little moped look cool.
Okay. Well, couldn't have gotten through without you.
Love you, bro. I'm glad you're sticking around.
Oh, that means so much coming from Mom and Dad's second favorite.
Whatever.
Welcome back to the Woodchucks Baseball Network into the bottom of the 5th here at Kapco Park. 2-2 game as Isaac Crabb heading into inning number 5 of work. As there is a couple pitchers getting loose and warm in the bullpen. Looks like one of them is Christian Clack, the right-hander, or the left-hander, rather, my apologies. That should be pretty well known at this point. He's the lefty. 1-1 to Hunter Grimes. And Grimes down 1-2 now after the fastball clips the low outside edge. Hunter Grimes will swing at a breaking ball and hits it into right field for a leadoff single here in the 5th. His first hit and now his 3rd time on base. So now with the leadoff man on and Hunter Grimes, that brings up Avery Owusu-Asidu from Southern Illinois University, Edwardsville. And first pitch from Crabb inside on a fastball. 1-0 to the center fielder for the Chinooks. The 6'4", 230 outfielder. And he swings through another fastball. And the count's 1-1 to Owusu-Asidu, who's 0 for 2 including a line-out turn double play back in the third, which got the Chucks out of a bases-loaded jam. 1-1, and a Sea-Doo grounder in the infield. Simon Sherry won't be able to make the play at second, or he will, but that'll be the only out that's made. As Simon Sherry able to get it over to Donahoe in time for out number 1, getting out the lead runner in Hunter Grimes. So fielder's choice for Owusu Asidu. And a 6-4 putout at second of Hunter Grimes. So now with 1 out and a runner on first, up comes the first baseman Cody Kelly from Missouri State University. Owusu Asidu's up to second. Good throw by Jake English, and the throw just barely behind. As if it was just maybe a few inches ahead of where it was. That probably would have been a caught stealing by Owusu Asidu. But instead, it's now a runner in scoring position with the double play ball taken out of effect. With 1 out here in the bottom of the 5th, Lakeshore looking to retake the lead. Cody Kelly, the 1-0, misses outside, 2-0. Owusu Asidu just stole his 5th base of the season there. And the 2-0 misses low for ball 3. It is indeed Christian Clack warming up in the Chucks bullpen, and he will be coming on very soon, I imagine. 3-0. And Crab throws another 4-pitch walk to Cody Kelly. Not another one, literally to Cody Kelly, just saying another 4-pitch walk tonight. And Ross Davis, the pitching coach for Wausau, heading out there again to talk to Isaac Crab. So I won't be making a change to Christian Clack just yet. But a left-handed hitting Josh Overbeek is on deck with runners on first and second now. In this 2-2 affair. As the Chucks are looking to improve to 16-10 and win their 4th straight game, whereas Lakeshore is looking to avoid losing their 7th straight. Or their 6th straight, rather. Chinooks on a 5-game losing streak currently. And to the plate comes Josh Overbeek, and he takes first pitch fastball for strike 1. Oh, 1. With 1 out, runners on first and second from Isaac Crab to Josh Overbeek. The Cisco College man takes inside for ball 1 on another fastball. 1-1 count, 1 out. And this one hit to Simon Sherry. 6-4-3. Double play to end the inning. And Isaac Crab has just finished up his 5th full inning of work. Big double play ball turned by the Woodchucks defense with runners at second and first. And that is how the inning will end. We're through 5, notched up at 2 here on the Woodchucks Baseball Network.
Oh, that's gotta hurt.
Oh, good to have you back on your game.
Yeah, well, you know, I only got cancer so that you could tell people that, you know, you shaved your head for solidarity and not because you're going bald.
Right. And I got a minivan to make your little moped look cool.
Okay. Well, couldn't have gotten through without you.
Love you, bro. I'm glad you're sticking around.
Oh, that means so much coming from Mom and Dad's second favorite.
Whatever.
Over 600,000 Americans are projected to die of cancer this year. 250,000 will likely battle muscular dystrophy. 5,000 may be diagnosed with ALS. But one person can become the difference. All it takes is you to help researchers improve the health of Wisconsinites by participating in the All of Us research program. Join today to feel the power of one.
To buy your own Woodchucks merchandise, visit the Woodshed at Athletic Park, or you can visit our website, www.woodchucks.com. And we're here for the top of the 6th inning on the Woodchucks Baseball Network, as Brent Witter will lead off against the new pitcher in the game for the Lakeshore Chinooks. Colin Daly. Already up 0-2 on Brent Witter. And Witter hits this one into foul territory, but right into the glove of Cody Kelly for a foul pop-out. And Witter now 0 for 3. Colin Daly comes in after 5 full innings from Ryan Mullen. The University of St. Thomas product coming in from Cedarburg, Wisconsin. And now he's facing off against Jesse Donahoe. Hits one high into the air to Cody Kelly. And the throw just in time, right back to Colin Daly for a quick second out. So 2 up, 2 down on back-to-back pitches for the defense of the Chinooks here in the 6th. And now with 2 outs comes the Cal State Fullerton left fielder Colby Wallace. And Wallace takes first pitch fastball from Daly for ball 1. Colby Wallace, 6'4", 220, just finished up his sophomore year with Cal State Fullerton, a transfer from the University of Washington. To the Cal State Fullerton Titans of the Big West Conference. To Wallace. And now it's a fastball outside, 3-0 counts. Woodchucks looking to avoid a 1-2-3 inning to start off this outing for Colin Daly. 3-0 to Wallace. And it's a 4-pitch walk. First base runner allowed for Colin Daly, and Colby Wallace will reach for the second time tonight. So now with 2 outs, and Colby Wallace at first base, Mike McGinnis steps in for the 3rd time, 0 for 2. And McGinnis swings at an elevated fastball and threw it for strike 1. The Georgia State Panther. Jesse Donahoe the other Georgia State Panther, one of the other two. The triple in the second, as this one's hit right to Gabe Ressler at shortstop, and Colby Wallace gets put out at second base. So it'll be a fielder's choice for McGinnis, but it ends the inning, and the Woodchucks only get one base runner here in the sixth. It's still 2-2. Into the bottom of the sixth we go here at Kapco Park. You're listening to Woodchucks Baseball on the Woodchucks Baseball Network.
Don't miss out on any of the great food at Athletic Park. For tickets, call 715-845-5055.
The savings are heating up this summer at Cellcom. Save up to $300 on the top phones from our most iconic brands. Plus, save $150 on all connected tablets, smartwatches, and cameras. Keep kids busy this summer with a tablet, track your steps with a smartwatch, or monitor your cabin with a camera. Now, unlimited data is more affordable than ever with our single unlimited plan, offering unlimited data for $95 per month for just one line. Visit cellcom.com/save for details.
Ooh, that's gotta hurt.
Oh, good to have you back on your game.
Yeah, well, I only got cancer so that you could tell people that, you shaved your head for solidarity and not because you're going bald.
Right. And I got a minivan to make your little moped look cool.
Okay. Well, couldn't have gotten through without you.
Love you, bro. I'm glad you're sticking around.
Oh, that means so much coming from Mom and Dad's second favorite.
Whatever.
I'm so
Into the game after pitcher Isaac Crabb goes 5 full comes Christian Clack, the left-hander from Tulsa, Oklahoma, and by way of the University of Alabama at Birmingham. In Conference USA, Christian Clack, who has been, I guess the word to use here would be spot on in his past few outings, as he is one of the top relievers, if not the top reliever, out of this Wausau bullpen as we speak at the moment. Christian Clack coming in for his 7th appearance with an 0-1 record, has one save, but throws it at a 1.98 ERA, a 1.02 whip, has struck out 18 batters in 13 2/3 innings pitched, has only given up 9 hits with 3 runs, all of them being earned, has only walked 5 batters, and opposing batters only hit .205 against the left-hander, who transferred to UAB from Eastern Oklahoma State University, or Eastern Oklahoma State College. Christian Clack facing off first against Will Johannes, and Johannes hits this one foul. Jake Baker won't be able to make a play on it. Now let's revisit some of these past few outings for Christian Clack. He had back-to-back 5 strikeout outings against Madison and Rockford on June 9th and June 15th. The last one he pitched in against Wisconsin Rapids went 2 full, only allowing 1 hit with 2 strikeouts and 7 batters faced. Has not allowed a run since June 7th against Wisconsin Rapids. So past 3 outings without allowing a run, and that has been 7 2/3 innings. 1-2 after a swing and a miss by Will Johannes, who has not been retired yet. Reach on air and a hit by pitch, as well as a run. 1-2, and that one's fouled off by Johannes on an inside fastball. Christian Clack, who will feature a fastball, a changeup, and his breaking ball usually more so of a curve rather than a slider. But he usually goes with the fastball and the changeup. Fastball majority of the time. 2-2 to Johannes. And Clack goes off speed there and misses outside. Clack made 22 appearances with UAB this past spring, going 2-2 with a 6.75 ERA, 1.82 whip, And the 3-2 misses low, and Clack has walked the first batter he faces tonight. Johannes on for the third time, and the leadoff man aboard for the second straight inning for the Lakeshore Chinooks. Third of 6 innings they've now had a leadoff man aboard. Clack only allowing a 6th walk in 7 appearances now. Jared Everson steps in for the third time. Lefty-lefty matchup, and he takes a low fastball for ball 1. 1-0. Make that 2-0. Christian Clack missing his spot these last few pitches. Johannes at first, 2-0, and there's a fastball in there for strike 1. Clack finds his spot once again, and the count's 2-0 to Jared Everson, who has reached both times on fielder's choice and walk, but he's 0 for 1. 2-1, and Everson takes kind of like a, I guess you would call that a half swing, a swing he wasn't really sure of that he wanted to go through on, but he did, and the count's 2-2. Clack looking for his first batter, retired, and he will get Jared Everson swinging, and Everson retired for the first time. As Clack picks up his first strikeout of this outing. And now with 1 out, and Johannes still at first base. Adam Kootway up for the third time. Still without a record at bat as he was hit by a pitch and hit into an RBI sac fly, which those don't count in the scorebook as an at bat. So he's 0 for 0 with an RBI, and he's down 0-1 after a foul ball on strike 1. And the second pitch, the fastball that misses high and outside for ball 1. One out. And it's a high fastball again. It's a 2-1. Adam Kootway will take another fastball high and outside. It's a 3-1 count. These two teams meeting for the third and fourth time these past 2 days. They'll meet 8 more the rest of the season after this, but not again until July 2nd and 3rd. And that's another walk off the arm of Christian Clack. Adam Kootway off to first base, and now runners at first and second with only 1 out, and the top of the order with Drew Townsend coming up. So Drew Townsend, 1 for 3 with an RBI single in the 4th. Could do the same thing again here. And he takes an inside fastball from Christian Clack for ball 1. Lefty-lefty matchup between the left-handed Clack and left-handed batting Drew Townsend, the left fielder tonight for Lakeshore. 1-0. And misses outside. Another ball thrown by Christian Clack. Those July 2nd and 3rd matchups will be right back here at Kapco Park. And Lakeshore doesn't return to Wausau until Thursday, July 13th at Athletic Park for 2. 2-0. And that clips the low outside corner. Christian Clack throws a strike. Second of 6 road games in a row before the Woodchucks head back home next Wednesday night. 2-1. And that misses inside. 3-1 count. Christian Clack could really use this out here of Drew Townsend. Townsend, a couple strikeouts. Both were looking off the arm of Isaac Crabb. 2 of Crabb's 3 strikeouts. And that's another walk. Bases are loaded, and Christian Clack has walked 3 batters here in the 6th. Lakeshore with a great chance to retake the lead after Wausau tied it up in the 5th. Clack only came into this one with 5 walks and now has 3 in this outing alone. First pitch to Gabe Ressler, misses outside again on a changeup. Christian Clack struggling to find his spot so far in this outing. 1-0 to Ressler. And that one's in there for strike 1. One out to Ressler, bases loaded. And that one gets away from Jake English at the plate, but because of the fact it didn't get too far away from him, Johannes will not go home to try and score, but it is ball 2. On a pitch that was outside. So it's now a 2-1 count to Gabe Ressler. 2-1, 1 out. Swing and a miss on an elevated fastball, 2-2 count. Christian Clack needs an out here just for himself and for the team. Himself confidence-wise, that is. 2-2. And this one's popped up into foul territory. Jake English is looking at it, but it will not be catchable. Didn't go into the stands, but a little too far out of the reach of the Kansas Jayhawk catcher. And Ressler will stay alive at 2-2. Ressler, the Madison College man, and the native of Rockton, Illinois. The 6'1", 175 right-handed batting shortstop. 2-2 again from Clack. And that one's hit into the outfield. Playable for Dalton Pearson, but Will Johannes is going to tag up. Pearson's going to throw to third, so not able to tag up is Adam Kootway, but Lakeshore retakes the lead. RBI sac fly for Gabe Ressler. So now at 2 outs, runners will stay at first and second, but coming to the plate is Hunter Grimes. The right fielder tonight for Lakeshore has reached on air, been walked, and hit a single. So he's 0 for 1. And the first pitch from Clack to the right-handed hitting Hunter Grimes of Arkansas is low on a changeup. We await the 1-0 with 2 outs between the UAB Blazer and the Arkansas Razorback. And a breaking ball misses low. 2-0 count. 3-2 lead for Lakeshore here in the bottom of the 6th. Chinooks looking to break a 5-game skid. And now it's 3-0 to Grimes. Clack missing low again. Streaks will either continue or be ended for both sides. Wausau win will put them at a 4-game win streak. Lakeshore win will end a 5-game skid and a 3-game win streak for Wausau. 3-0. And Grimes takes that one for strike 1. Fastball on the lower edge. 3-1, 2 outs. It looks like Tyler Nickel is the pitcher warming up in the pen for the Woodchucks as we speak. 3-1. Hit into deep left field by Grimes. Colby Wallace will watch that one head on out of here. 3-run shot for Hunter Grimes, and it's 6-2 Lakeshore. Hunter Grimes got all of that one. Timed it perfectly. And the Chinooks are up 6-2.
The center fielder, number 25, Avery Owusu-Asinu.
So now it's 6-2. Chinooks, and that is going to be it for Christian Clack, as he does not even go a full inning, only goes 2/3, allowing 4 runs rather. Came into a tie ball game. And as Tyler Nickel comes out and gets warmed up, we'll step aside for a moment. You're listening to Woodchucks Baseball on the Woodchucks Baseball Network.
Don't miss out on any of the great food at Athletic Park. For tickets, call 715-845-5055.
The savings are heating up this summer at Cellcom. Save up to $300 on the top phones from our most iconic brands. Plus, save $150 on all connected tablets, smartwatches, and cameras. Keep kids busy this summer with a tablet. Track your steps with a smartwatch, or monitor your cabin with a camera. Now, unlimited data is more affordable than ever with our single unlimited plan. Offering unlimited data for only $29.95 per month for just one line. Visit cellcom.com/save for details.
Ooh, that's gotta hurt.
Oh, good to have you back on your game.
Yeah, well, you know, I only got cancer so that you could tell people that, you shaved your head for solidarity and not because you're going bald.
Right. And I got a minivan to make your little moped look cool.
Okay. Well, couldn't have gotten through without you.
Love you, bro. I'm glad you're sticking around.
Oh, that means so much coming from Mom and Dad's second favorite.
Whatever.
Christian Clack only pitches 2/3 of an inning, and in comes Tyler Nickel to face off against Avery Owusu-Asinu. And his first pitch is a fastball. Tyler Nickel, the former product of Coppin State, now heading to Northwestern State, which is much more closer to home for Tyler Nickel, the Belle Chasse, Louisiana native, who is staying within the state of Louisiana, now going to Northwestern State, coming in for his 5th appearance as a Woodchuck. And a breaking ball misses outside from the right-handed throwing Tyler Nickel, who's 1-0, a 5.87 ERA, 2.22 whip. And it's a 4-pitch walk to Avery Owusu-Asinu. Lakeshore only has 4 hits on the board, but the last one being the biggest one, a 3-run jack by Hunter Grimes. And Wausau, as a pitching staff, has allowed the 8th walk of the game. Control being a big issue for the Chucks tonight, as Christian Clack in 2/3 innings pitched gave up 3 after only having 5 walks total the whole season so far. 1-0 to Kelly. Cody Kelly up for the 4th time and takes the first strike thrown by Tyler Nickel. He's gone 7 2/3 innings, allowing 5 strikeouts, or getting 5 strikeouts, allowing 7 hits, 5 runs, all being earned, and 10 walks. Owusu-Acedo's off to second base, and that throw from English won't be nearly in time. And that's the second stolen base of the night for Avery Owusu-Acedo. 2-1 count with 2 outs. Here in the 6th, Tyler Nickel looking to get out of this inning. 6-2 Chinooks, 2-1, and it's a 3-1 count to Cody Kelly. Kelly was walked in his last at-bat back in the 5th. Batting for the 3rd time in the last 3 innings. 3-1. And Nickel misses outside. Back-to-back walks allowed by Tyler Nickel. 9th walk as a pitching staff, and the 5th walk allowed here in this 6th inning.
The second baseman, number 4, Josh Overby.
Woodchucks just allowing way too many free bases to Lakeshore hitters. None of the 2 runs that were scored besides Hunter Grimes were on hits, as that has been the only hit this inning so far. It was a leadoff walk to Will Johannes, then a walk to Adam Kootway, and a walk to Drew Townsend before Hunter Grimes sent one out of this Kapco Park ballpark. 1-0 to Josh Overbeek. Make that 2-0. Tyler Nickel not finding his spot either so far. Two outs. Nickel against Overbeek, and Overbeek fouls off a breaking ball for strike 1. So now it's 2-1 between the Belle Chase, Louisiana native and the Cincinnati native. And he fouls back a fastball. It's 2-2. Tyler Nickel past season at Coppin State in Maryland made 17 appearances with 6 starts, a 1-5 record, 7.49 ERA, 2.02 WHIP, 39 2/3 innings pitched, 40 Ks, 44 hits, 37 runs, 33 earned, 36 walks, and a 288 opposing batting average. 2-2. And that one's in the dirt. Good stop by Jake English to not allow either runners to advance. Here at Kapco Park, the field is turf, but the pitching mound is dirt. So it's one of those rare fields you'll see that pitchers will be throwing on dirt rather than turf. 3-2, 2 outs. And that's the 3rd straight walk allowed by Tyler Nickel. And that'll bring up the leadoff man in the 6th inning once again as bases are now loaded.
Now batting the catcher, number 43,
Will Johannes, the Madison College man, up for the 2nd time in this inning. He was the leadoff walk and came around to be the first run scored of the inning before the 3-run home run by Hunter Grimes. He scored on the RBI sac fly by Gabe Ressler, and he's already up 1-0 in the count. Tyler Nickel, after coming in directly following the 3-run home run by Hunter Grimes, has given up 3 straight walks. 1-0 to Johannes, and that one's in there on the lower half for strike 1. 1-1, 2 outs. And that clips the low outside corner, and Johannes down 1-2. Throws one in the dirt, stopped by Jake English, 2-2 count. Johannes, the 10th batter faced by the Woodchucks on defense here in the 6th. 4-run frame for the Chinooks. 2-2, 2 outs. And Nickel throws a fastball that's fouled off down the third base line by Johannes. Hard to pull. That went right toward field manager Trevor Cho for the Chinooks. (15-10) Woodchucks, 8-16 Lakeshore. Like mentioned previously, the next time these two teams will be facing off is July 2nd, right back here at Kapco Park. You'll be able to listen to that one here on the Woodchucks Baseball Network, as well as the next 4 games in general after tonight. Tomorrow night will be a 6:05 Eastern first pitch, so a 7:05 Central first pitch right here on the Woodchucks Baseball Network against the Kokomo Jackrabbits. 2-2 from Nickel. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. And the inning finally comes to a close, but Lakeshore is able to add 4 runs, including a 3-run blast by Hunter Grimes, and they lead it 6-2 into the 7th here on the Woodchucks Baseball Network.
I'm so glad you and Jack are home. His birthday was supposed to be today, right, Mom?
That's right.
He wanted to meet me 8 weeks early.
He sure gave us a scare, didn't he?
Yeah, but he's so perfect. It's just you and me, Jack. Can I take him to show and tell?
We'll see.
The savings are heating up this summer at Cellcom. Save up to $300 on the top phones from our most iconic brands. Plus, save $150 on all connected tablets, smartwatches, and cameras. Keep kids busy this summer with a tablet. Track your steps with a smartwatch, or monitor your cabin with a camera. Now, unlimited data is more affordable than ever with our single unlimited plan. Offering unlimited data for only $29.95 per month for just one line. Visit cellcom.com/save for details.
Don't miss out on any of the great food at Athletic Park. For tickets, call 715-845-5055.
After a 4-run frame by the Lakeshore Chinooks, it's now a 6-2 lead, and we're into the 7th inning here at Kapco Park. Will Charlton with you tonight on the Woodchucks Baseball Network. Game number 26 of the season for Lakeshore. The first half coming to a close in 10 games after today. And things are getting tight in the Northwoods League for the Great Lakes West, as Jake English will lead off this 7th inning with a leadoff single for the Woodchucks. He's on for the second time. 2 singles tonight in this game for Jake English, as he sends it into the exact same spot where he sent it in the 5th. And trailing by 4, Wausau needs to get some offense working. It's only the 7th, so this game not over by any means, as we've seen what Wausau can do in late inning situations, including being down by 3 in the 9th inning against Madison on Wednesday night, where the Woodchucks walked off the Mallards in extras. And Jake Baker steps in for the 3rd time. Baker in the air into center field. Owusu Asidu is tracking it and brings it in for out number 1. Jake Baker retired for the first time on a flyout. And Jake English still over there at first base will bring up Simon Sherry, the 9-hitter, who is looking to get on base for a second time. Simon Sherry reached on fielder's choice in the 5th. Also with 5 hits as opposed to Lakeshore's 4. But one of their 4 hits being a 3-run home run by Hunter Grimes. Big swings of the bat back-to-back nights by Grimes. Had the RBI triple a night ago and has a home run now tonight. 1-0 to Sherry. And Sherry in the air into shallow right field. And coming over to grab it is Hunter Grimes, who I was just talking about. And that's out number 2. Second flyout to Grimes by Simon Sherry. And with 2 outs and Jake English still just over there hanging out at first base, Dalton Pearson will step back in. Pearson 0 for 1. Was walked in the 3rd and RBI sac fly in the 5th. And Pearson will take a breaking ball on the low inside corner for strike 1 from Colin Daly, who's looking to come in and make quick work of the Woodchucks once again in back-to-back innings after 5 full by Ryan Mullen. And that breaking ball misses high. Dalton Pearson, 9-game hit streak. Has not had a hit yet. Looking to increase that 9-game hit streak to 10. 1-1. And Pearson will foul that back. So it's a 1-2 count with 2 outs now. One, two outs. Pearson and Daly. And Pearson takes that one just low on a fastball. 2-2 count. To the Georgia State Panther. Came into this game with 26 hits and 22 RBIs, which was best for 3rd in the Northwoods League as of this morning. Pearson takes a low breaking ball. Wise decision to lay off that slider. And the count is full. Pearson also leads the team in stolen bases, batting average, hits, tied for first in home runs, leads the team in doubles. He leads the team in a lot of categories as the leadoff hitter. Payoff pitch, 2 outs. Jake English heading off to second. This one's hit into right field, and Hunter Grimes corrals it. 1-2-3 inning after allowing the leadoff single to Jake English, and it's still 6-2 as we head into the bottom of the 7th. They're going to stretch their legs out here, and we'll take a break here on the Woodchucks Baseball Network.
Oh, that's gotta hurt.
Oh, good to have you back on your game.
Yeah, well, you know, I only got cancer so that you can tell people that, you shaved your head for solidarity and not because you're going bald.
Right. And I got a minivan to make your little moped look cool.
Okay. Well, couldn't have gotten through without you.
Love you, bro. I'm glad you're sticking around.
Oh, that means so much coming from Mom and Dad's second favorite.
Whatever.
Over 600,000 Americans are projected to die of cancer this year. 250,000 will likely battle muscular dystrophy. 5,000 may be diagnosed with ALS. But one person can become the difference. All it takes is you to help researchers improve the health of Wisconsinites by participating in the All of Us research program. Join today to feel the power of one.
To buy your own Woodchucks merchandise, visit the Woodshed at Athletic Park, or you can visit our website, www.woodchucks.com. 6-2 lead for the Chinooks over the Woodchucks, and we are heading into the bottom of the 7th here at Kapco Park. As Tyler Nickel only comes in for a third of an inning, and now comes in the New Orleans privateer Davis Benton to pitch for the Woodchucks, the Fort Worth, Texas native, who is currently in the transfer portal once again. He transferred to New Orleans from Western Texas College, and he's making his third appearance for the Woodchucks with a 10.8 ERA and 1 2/3 innings pitched, has a 3.0 whip, has struck out 1, allowed 2 hits, 2 runs, both earned, 3 walks, and it has an opposing batting average of .286. He'll be facing off against Jared Everson to start things off, and he misses well outside for ball 1. 8-9 then top here in the bottom of the 7th for the Chinooks after going a full inning, seeing every batter in the batting order, including Will Johannes twice. 10 batters faced between Christian Clack and Tyler Nickel in the 6th, the 4-run frame. And funny enough, only one batter had a hit, and it was Hunter Grimes' 3-run home run. 2-1 is taken low. 3-1 count. And Benton has thrown a walk. That's been a common theme for the Woodchucks pitching staff tonight. Everson walked for the second time. And that is now the 11th walk. In fact, in the 6th inning, 6 of 9 batters were walked. So 6 of the 10 batters faced were walked by the Woodchucks pitching staff. Adam Kootway steps back in with Nate Mizkowski, and there to pinch run for Jared Everson. So Nate Mizkowski will be coming into the game. One 0 to Kootway. And that one is sent into deep left field, and it will be off the wall, foul territory. So, well hit ball by Kootway, but was pulled foul at the last second. And the count is now 2-1. Or 1-1. And that one misses outside. Now the count's 2-1. Bit of foreshadowing done by yours truly. And Benton misses well inside, and that gets away from Jake English behind the plate. So Mizkowski will be off to second base, off a passed ball. Lakeshore in total control here, looking to increase their 6-2 lead with no outs, facing off against Davis Benton. And Adam Kootway is 1 ball away from being walked for the second time in the same amount of innings. 3-1. And it's taken high and outside. Another walk given up. Make that 8 walks in the past 2 innings now.
The left fielder, number 16, Woodchucks.
12 walks total allowed by these Woodchucks pitchers. And 8 now in the last 2 innings. Drew Townsend, a leadoff man, steps back in, and that one gets away from Jake English behind the plate. And now runners at second and third for Lakeshore with no outs here in the 7th. This could get ugly fast for Wausau. Last time they lost the game by more than 4 runs. It was a 9-4 loss against Rockford. Last Friday, in fact. As this one's hit into left field and is going to drop by Drew Townsend. And Colby Wallace plays it in the infield. It's going to score 2 runs. And that is a bases clearing double for Drew Townsend. It's now 8-2 Lakeshore on a blooper single to left field. Or blooper double, I guess you can call it. Six runs scored in the past 2 innings now for Lakeshore and are still well in business. With no outs here and a runner still in scoring position in Drew Townsend. Davis Benton missing outside again. 8-2. This deficit was the same deficit that Green Bay was able to take Wausau down a couple Mondays ago now. 1-0. And Davis Benton throws a strike. 1-1 count to Gabe Ressler, the Madison College man. 1-1. Hit over the glove of Jesse Donahoe, and Trevor Cho is going to send on home Drew Townsend, and the throw's not going to be in time. RBI single for Gabe Ressler, 9-2 Lakeshore. Still no outs here in the bottom of the 7th. And 7 runs scored by Lakeshore here in these past 2 innings. And Hunter Grimes, the man who hit the 3-run home run in the 6th to initially give Lakeshore that 6-2 lead. Up again as Brock Moss is going to signal to the bullpen once again. Davis Benton doesn't even go a third of an inning. And the Wausau Woodchucks are going to make another change. They'll be using their 5th pitcher of the game when we come back on the Woodchucks Baseball Network.
Over 600,000 Americans are projected to die of cancer this year. 250,000 will likely battle muscular dystrophy. 5,000 may be diagnosed with ALS. But one person can become the difference. All it takes is you to help researchers improve the health of Wisconsinites by participating in the All of Us research program. Join today to feel the power of one.
To buy your own Woodchucks merchandise, visit the Woodshed at Athletic Park, or you can visit our website, www.woodchucks.com.
I'm so glad you and Jack are home. His birthday was supposed to be today, right, Mom?
That's right.
He wanted to meet me 8 weeks early.
He sure gave us a scare, didn't he?
Yeah, but he's so perfect. It's just you and me, Jack. Can I take him to show and tell?
We'll see.
Tim Ruffino into the game for Wausau, as he's facing off against Hunter Grimes. And Grimes will hit one in foul territory, and Jake Baker, who was sprinting over from first base trying to catch it in foul territory, not able to get there. So it'll just be strike one. Ruffino coming into a 1-1 count against Grimes after Davis Benton doesn't even go a third of an inning, so I guess you would call that 0.0 plus. Giving up 2 hits, 3 runs, all earned, and walked a couple. 1-1 from Ruffino to Grimes, the left-handed pitcher. Ruffino from Bogalusa, Louisiana. Ground ball over to Brent Witter. 5-4-3. No, not 5-4-3, but a 5-4 for out number 1. Getting out the lead runner and Gabe Ressler. So Hunter Grimes on with a fielder's choice and reaches base for the 3rd time in the last 3 innings. And now Avery Owusu-Asidu up for the 4th time. 0 for 3 with a walk. Reach on fielder's choice as well. And Owusu-Asidu takes outside. 4-1 from Ruffino, who's in for the 7th time with the Woodchucks. Is a 1.13 ERA, a 1 flat whip. Has gone 6 full innings. Striking out 5, allowing 8 hits, 2 runs, 1 earned. No walks, and a .276 opposing batting average. And Owusu-Asidu swings through a breaking ball for strike 1. Only 1 out here in the 7th for the Woodchucks on defense. 3 runs already scored by the Chinooks. The 1-1 to Owusu-Asidu is trying to be put back into the low outside corner by Jake English, but not able to reframe the pitch. And it misses outside. 2-1 count. Still 1 out, and Owusu-Asidu takes the exact same pitch, but this time just a little more in. And this time it is strike 2. Ruffino 2-2. And Owusu-Asidu takes just outside and low, making the count full. Davis Benton walked the first 2 batters he saw and then allowed an RBI double and an RBI single in back-to-back at-bats. And now we wait the 3-2 from Ruffino. And it's fouled back on a fastball right down the middle by Owusu-Asidu, the SIU Edwardsville product, who came into this one batting .229 with 8 hits, 2 doubles, and 4 RBIs. Payoff pitch again with 1 out. Ruffino, and that's swung into right field and will be going foul. Jake Baker and Drew Berklin not able to get there, either of them. And Owusu-Asidu will stay alive once again here at 3-2. Lakeshore in their home black pants and black jerseys with the blue trim. Wausau on the road in their gray pants and blue tops. 9-2 lead for Lakeshore here in the bottom of the 7th. Ruffino's 3-2 once again. And that misses outside. Owusu-Asidu heads over to first base, and that's now the 13th walk allowed by the Woodchucks pitching staff. Runners now at first and second with 1 out. Tim Ruffino allowing his first walk of the season.
The first baseman, number 44, Cody Kelly.
And now it's a lefty-lefty matchup between Ruffino and Cody Kelly. As that one misses inside. In case you weren't aware of this, which I'm sure if you're listening you probably are, but Tim Ruffino, born without a right hand, grew up learning how to play baseball without his right hand his whole entire life. In fact, he's wearing a left-handed glove on his right hand right there. And what he does is he switches back and forth between hands every pitch to try and catch the ball with his left hand before putting a left-handed glove on his right hand between pitches. So truly an inspirational story is Tim Ruffino, who calls himself the one-handed pitcher, and for good reason. As that was a foul fly out by Cody Kelly. Flew it out into foul territory. And now with 2 outs and runners still on first and second comes Josh Overbeek, as Cody Kelly just was caught out in foul territory. Overbeek, the first pitch from Ruffino, misses outside on an off-speed. One 0, 2 outs. And that one's hit right into the infield. Ruffino's got to play it. And the throw to Jake Baker is in time for out number 3. But like I mentioned, Ruffino took his glove off his left hand as soon as that one was hit, and then got his left hand ready to field the ball, and he throws it out to Jake Baker for out number 3. Lakeshore adds 3 more and lead at 9-2 after 7 here at Kapco Park. You're listening to Woodchucks Baseball on the Woodchucks Baseball Network.
Ooh, that's gotta hurt.
Oh, good to have you back on your game.
Yeah, well, you know, I only got cancer so that you could tell people that, you shaved your head for solidarity and not because you're going bald.
Right. And I got a minivan to make your little moped look cool.
Okay. Well, couldn't have gotten through without you.
Love you, bro. I'm glad you're sticking around.
Oh, that means so much coming from Mom and Dad's second favorite.
Whatever.
Over 600,000 Americans are projected to die of cancer this year. 250,000 will likely battle muscular dystrophy. 5,000 may be diagnosed with ALS. But one person can become the difference. All it takes is you to help researchers improve the health of Wisconsinites by participating in the All of Us research program. Join today to feel the power of one.
To buy your own Woodchucks merchandise, visit the Woodshed at Athletic Park, or you can visit our website, www.woodchucks.com. As we head into the 8th inning, Lakeshore is up 9-2. And Wausau will start with the right fielder tonight, Drew Berkland, the Minnesota Golden Gopher, the Wayzata, Minnesota native. And he's already down 1-0 to Colin Daly, who's into his 3rd full inning of work. And the breaking ball misses low for ball 1. 1-1 count off the right-hander from the University of St. Thomas. So the Cedarburg, Wisconsin native facing off against Berkland. 1-1 misses inside on another breaking ball. Two one, and Berkland takes a fastball right down Broadway for strike 2. Berkland, who came into this one with 9 hits in his last 5 games played, hitless 0 for 3, looking to get on the board here. And he takes an outside breaking ball for ball 3. The count is now full between Berkland and Colin Daly. And that is a walk given to Drew Berkland. So his on-base streak of 6 games will continue as Drew Berkland will take a walk to first base. Feels like the first time I'm saying that the Woodchucks have been walked today, even though they've been walked what it looks like to be 5 times now. 6 times now. And now with Drew Berkland at first base, Brent Witter, who is also 0 for 3, up for the 4th time. He's looking to get on base and extend his on-base streak. Or his on-base streak came to a conclusion the other night, so that reset. But last night, Brent Witter reached 5 different times, so looking to get that start up again as Witter swings and misses, and he's down on 3 pitches, strike 3. Witter now 0 for 4, and coming to the plate is Jesse Donahoe. Donahoe 1 for 2 with a triple, a run, and a walk. And Donahoe takes first pitch fastball in there for strike 1 off the arm of Colin Daly. Nothing going on in the bullpen for the Chinooks as Daly has come in and pitched 2 2/3 scoreless so far. Or 2 1/3 rather. And Donahoe fouls that one off. In fact, Berkland was only the 3rd base runner allowed so far in 2 1/3 pitched. Oh, 2 to Donahoe. And Donahoe fouls it back on a fastball. And the count will stay 0-2. 9-2 lead for Lakeshore. 2 runs on 5 hits and 2 errors for the Woodchucks. 9 runs and 6 hits. No errors for the Lakeshore Chinooks, who are well on their way to breaking a 5-game losing streak tonight here. 0-2 to Donahoe again, and a curveball misses way outside. And we'll try the 0-2 again with Jesse Donahoe. And Donahoe takes an outside fastball. And the count now 2-2. And Donahoe fouls it off a 3rd time. Count stays 2-2 between the St. Thomas man and the Georgia State product, Jesse Donahoe. Drew Berkland still at first base, hasn't moved from there yet. 2-2, 1 out. And Donahoe takes high fastball. The count is full at 3-2. Full count, 1 out to Donahoe, and he swings and misses. Strike 3. After the leadoff walk to Drew Berkland, it's now been back-to-back strikeouts for Colin Daly, and his first 2 strikeouts of this outing, in fact. As Colin Daly making his 6th appearance for the Chinooks. I guess I haven't gone over this yet, but he's making his 6th appearance. He's started 3 games, has a 6.23 ERA, a batting average against of .233, a 1.62 whip. Has struck out 13 batters, given up 7 hits in 8 2/3 innings pitched. 8 runs, 6 earned, 7 walks. Colin Daly from St. Thomas. Colby Wallace swings and misses at a breaking ball, and the count's 1-1. 1-1 to Colby Wallace, the Cal State Fullerton man, and he swings and misses again. 1-2 count, 2 outs. Drew Berkland still at first base. Colin Daly looking to retire the side after giving up the leadoff walk, and he won't do it on that pitch. It's a low curveball. And the count is 2-2. After tonight, Wausau heading to Kokomo, Indiana for 2, and then they'll go up to Battle Creek, Michigan for a couple. And Colby Wallace takes low outside fastball. Count is full. It'll be a 7:05 Central first pitch tomorrow night, and then a 5:05 Central first pitch on Saturday or Sunday in Kokomo, Indiana. Payoff pitch, Berkland's running, and it's an inside fastball and a 2-out walk given to Colby Wallace. He's now been walked in back-to-back plate appearances, and he stays 1 for 2. And now Mike McGinnis will be coming up to the plate for the Woodchucks once again. 0 for 4, or 0 for 3 rather. Now up for the 4th time, and he swings and misses way ahead of a curveball by Colin Daly. Oh, 1. And another curveball. This one misses low and outside. And McGinnis takes a fastball for strike 2. It's now a 1-2 count. Two outs, 1-2. McGinnis looking to keep the offense going. And he'll take a low breaking ball. And the 2-2 coming from Colin Daly to McGinnis. That misses low. And the count will stay alive, and it's 3-2. Since it's significant, since there's a tie for first at the top of the Great Lakes West, Madison well on their way to a sweep of Green Bay, 9-1 on top of the 8th as McGinnis flies out to a Wusuasidu in center for out number 3 here in the 8th. But Wausau will not be out of first place after tonight unless Green Bay has a huge comeback. But we're going to be heading into the top of the 8th. And it's a lead of 9-2 for Lakeshore when we come back here on the Woodchucks Baseball Network.
All right, fans, it's time for the Johnson Financial Group gift scan. If you see yourself on the video board, you know what to do.
Over 600,000 Americans are projected to die of cancer this year. 250,000 will likely battle muscular dystrophy. 5,000 may be diagnosed with ALS. But one person can become the difference. All it takes is you to help researchers improve the health of Wisconsinites by participating in the All of Us research program. Join today to feel the power of one.
To buy your own Woodchucks merchandise, visit the Woodshed at Athletic Park, or you can visit our website, www.woodchucks.com.
I'm so glad you and Jack Jack are home. His birthday was supposed to be today, right, Mom?
That's right.
He wanted to meet me 8 weeks early.
He sure gave us a scare, didn't he?
Yeah, but he's so perfect. It's just you and me.
Bottom of the 8th inning here at Kapco Park. 9-2 lead for the Chinooks, as they'll be looking to increase this 9-2 lead before trying to end it in their half of the ninth defensively. As Tim Ruffino facing off first against Will Johannes, who's going back, and home run. Or that one was off the wall in the left field, not a home run. It looked like it left the ballpark for a second, but it'll just be a standing up double for Will Johannes. So Will Johannes leadoff double here in the 8th. And the 7th hit of the game on the board for Lakeshore. And now coming in a pinch hit for Jared Everson. This is Minnesota teammate Brady Council. But if you weren't listening last night, is the son of Milwaukee Brewers manager Craig Council. And he takes first pitch from Ruffino. But since there's not really much to talk about right now, fun fact is I called 2 games of the 3-game series between Illinois and Minnesota this past season, and Brady Council played in both games. As Brady Council swings and misses at a breaking ball from Ruffino. And also a fun fact, Brady Jurgella played in both those games for the Woodchucks, and Drew Berkland played in one of those 2 games called. And we'll shout out Jacob Schroeder as well, who played in both. Hit right back to Ruffino on the mound. Ruffino will throw it right to Jake Baker on a 1-3 ground out by Brady Council for out number 1 here in the 8th. As up now is Adam Kootway. And Kootway into left field. And that'll be fielded by Colby Wallace. A single will put runners on the corners. Here with only 1 out in the 8th. And Will Johannes at second.
Now batting the left fielder, number 16, Drew Thompson.
And now Drew Townsend, the leadoff man, steps in for the 6th time tonight. And he rips one foul down the first base line for strike 1 from Ruffino, who's looking to probably be the last pitcher in this game for Wausau after they started with Isaac Crabb, then went to Christian Clack, who I imagine will be given the loss in this one tonight if Wausau does not make a huge comeback in the top of the 9th. 0-1 to Townsend, and the curveball from Ruffino's in there for strike 1. Oh, 2. And that breaking ball misses low and outside for ball 1. Townsend, 2 RBI double back in the 7th. The start of the 3-run frame. And then he would be scored in the very next at bat by Gabe Wrestler, who's on deck. And this one's hit into right field by Townsend. Berkland makes the grab at the warning track, and tagging up coming home will be Will Johannes. It's 10-2 Lakeshore.
Now batting the shortstop, number 7, Gabe Wrestler.
And now at 2 outs, Adam Kootway still at first base. Gabe Wrestler steps in. 6 times to the plate tonight for the Madison College man Wrestler, and he takes breaking ball for strike 1. Wrestler, who singled back in the 7th, scoring Drew Townsend like I just mentioned a couple minutes ago. 0-1 in the turf. Ball 1. 1 for 2, even though he's had 5 plate appearances. He struck out, which was struck out and grounded a fielder's choice, which are 2 at bats. Or I guess I should say he's 1 for 3 then. And he swings through that pitch. It's 1-2 off the arm of Ruffino. And Ruffino's 1-2 is low for ball 2. 2-2, 2 outs. And Wrestler right over to Simon Sherry, who will step on second base by himself, putting out the lead runner in Adam Kootway. And that is how the 8th inning will end, as Wausau needs 8 to tie heading into the top of the 9th. They'll be back to see if they can try to get somewhat back into this when we return here on the Woodchucks Baseball Network.
Don't miss out on any of the great food at Athletic Park. For tickets, call 845-55.
Are heating up this summer at Cellcom. $300 from our most iconic brands. Plus, save on all smartwatches and cameras. Keep kids busy this summer with a tablet. Track your steps with a smartwatch. Or monitor your cabin with a camera. Now, unlimited data is more affordable than ever with our single unlimited plan. Offering unlimited data for only $29.95 per month for just one line. Visit cellcom.com/save for details.
Ooh, that's gotta hurt.
Good to have you back on your game.
Yeah. Well, you know, I only got cancer so that you could tell people that, you know, you shaved your head for solidarity and not because you're going bald.
Right. And I got a minivan to make your little moped look cool.
Okay. Well, couldn't have gotten through without you.
Love you, bro. I'm glad you're sticking around.
Oh, that means so much coming from Mom and Dad's second favorite.
Whatever.
Ten to 2 lead for the Chinooks as we're into the top of the 9th here at Kapco Park. Lakeshore well on their way to breaking a 5-game losing streak. Wausau looks like their 3-game win streak will come to a close, and they'll split another 2-game set this season as Jake English comes to the plate. 0-1. Make that 0-2 off the new arm for the Chinooks. DJ Hess from Northern Illinois University, making his 8th appearance. A 3.38 ERA, 3.45 opposing batting average, and a 1.5 WHIP. He's gone 13 1/3 innings pitched, giving up 19 hits, 8 runs, 5 earned, 1 walk, and 9 strikeouts. And 1-2 from Hess to Jake English. That misses on a breaking ball. The Woodchucks saw Hess earlier this season when the Chinooks came to Wausau, and both wins for the Woodchucks. And Jake English gets caught looking on a breaking ball for out number 1. DJ Hess picks up his 10th strikeout of the season, fooling Jake English with a breaking ball. And now Wausau down to their final 2 outs. Lakeshore has been home to DJ Hess for his 2 stints in the Northwoods League, as he played for Lakeshore in the 2021 summer as well. And he came in against the Woodchucks in both games, actually, for an inning against the Woodchucks in the 11-5 loss and the 15-11 loss. Both innings, both outings, a combined 1 hit allowed and a combined 3 strikeouts. So not too bad. Faced off against 3 batters in each. And this one's hit into left field by Jake Baker, and it is caught by Drew Townsend. Out number 2, as both Kansas Jayhawks have gone down. And that'll bring up the 9-hitter, Simon Sherry, who will look to keep the game alive. And he's 0 for 3 with a reach on fielder's choice. So his on-base streak did continue. But he's looking to keep the game alive for Wausau, and he takes a changeup for strike 1 from DJ Hess. Oh, 1. And that misses just outside and low. Makes it a 1-1 count. And the count's now 2-1 after a couple balls thrown by DJ Hess. Simon Sherry, the Evansville ace. 2-1. And Sherry fouls it back 2-2. Lakeshore needs 1 more strike to win their 9th game of the season. Last place against the team who's tied for first here in the Great Lakes West. 2-2. And it is taken outside. Last night was an extras win for Wausau, 9-5 over Lakeshore. And tonight it has been all Chinooks. After the game was tied 2-2 through 5, Lakeshore has poured on since. Simon Sherry into shallow right field, then caught by first baseman Cody Kelly. 1-2-3 here in the 9th. And DJ Hess comes in and finishes the game for Lakeshore. They win it by a score of 10-2, and Wausau falls to 3-1 on the season. Or I guess you would say they fall to 3-1, but still keep a winning record over the Chinooks. They split this one last night, winning 9-5, and tonight falling 10-2. Make sure to come back right here to the Woodchucks Baseball Network tomorrow for our first pitch of 7:05 Central Time against the Kokomo Jackrabbits, as the Woodchucks will be heading to the Eastern Time Zone. But until then, I'm Will Charlton saying goodbye for now, and I'll talk to you then here on the Woodchucks Baseball Network.